1, 2 profile, untitled scenes, untitled
Alright, so it looks like we're up.
Hearth Stone, row 1 column.
I
Hearth
had
Stone.
to make sure. But anyway, as the title of the stream suggests, this is to thank you all for 50 subs.
Game menu. Options. Options menu. Sound options 1 of 10.
I cannot, I don't know how to thank you all enough. So I decided to do this, because Hearth Stone is a game I really haven't covered much. Of all the games I have, I've done at least 2 or 3 on most of them. Hearth Stone, though, it's just a bunch of lengthy crap. STW, I've done like 6 or 7. Manamon, I've done 2 straight playthroughs, though we're not done with the second. Same with Manamon 2. Blood War isn't really too popular show.
Speech and background checkbox check 2 of 10. Sound options. Master volume 41 of 8. Music volume 102 of 8. Dialogue 103 of 8. Ambient sounds 100. Sound effects 100. Sound and background checkbox. Mono sound checkbox not checked 7 of 8. Reset defaults 8 of 8. Ambient. Dialogue 1. Music volume 100. Use the left and right arrow keys to 90. 60. 50.
Alright.
Music volume 52 of 8. Option. Game. Main menu. Play rank 1 of 11.
So I plan on
Play standard 1 of. Play standard. Choose your deck 1 of 4. Read current rank to a gold 3. 2 out of 3 stars. Read current rank to a 4.
3.
Choose your.
Let's see if we can get to gold 2. 2 out of 3 stars.
Choose your deck. Relic. Finding.
If we achieve that earlier than I think we will, then we'll do a few games in casual using Relic Demon Hunter. I'll be checking I'll be checking chat every game when it fails for me to win. You'll see I'll be conceding pretty often. Crap, okay, Mage.
You playing against Gandalf Grand, the mage. You start with 4 cards. Your opponent goes first.
Are you doing,
I don't think I have a good match. Like
Starting hand. Keep or replace cards. Taste of Chaos 1 of 4. Relic of Extinction 2 of 4.
Oh.
Crimson Sigil Runner 3 of 4.
Holy
Will be
crap.
replaced.
Oh.
Crimson Sigil Relic of the Abyss 4 of 4.
Okay, I'm actually glad I decided to replace that. So, oh no, it's actually a pretty decent hand. Let's see if I can get the relic.
You drew 1 Relic Vault and 1 Relic of Phantasms.
Holy crap.
You get the coin.
Like
Opponent's turn.
Hand.
Your opponent drew 1 card. Turn it. Hand. Illiterary Studies 6 of 6. A coin 5 of. Illiterary. Play card. You played Illiterary Studies. Choose 1. Fierce Outsider 1 of 3. Security 2 of 3. I Beam 3 of 3. Fierce. Summon. You still have Valor. You summon Fierce Outsider. Turn ended. Hand. Taste of Chaos 1 of 5. Your opponent drew 1
I don't
card.
have any outcast cards on me. I'll take it any day.
Your
so-
Relic of Extinction 2 of 5. Your Fierce Outsider took 1 damage. Your Fierce Outsider. Relic Vault 6 of 6. Try again.
The other one?
Play card. You played Relic Vault. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
Right, so I have a really dirty plan to make this work.
Your opponent summons Suspicious Alchemist 1/3 Battle Cree. Discover a spell. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy.
Oh, discover it. Crap. I'm not too good at guessing.
1 card was added to your opponent's hand. Your opponent summoned Audio Splitter 3/2 Throttle. Copy the highest cost spell in your hand. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 3 mana. Which card did your opponent choose? Arcane Defenders 1 of 3.
So that could be...
Solid Alibi 2 of 3.
Slow.
Objection 3 of 3.
I feel like they went with objection. And if not, they probably went with solid alibi.
Your opponent's Suspicious Alchemist triggered. You drew 1 Nerubian Vizier.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Minions. Relic Vault. Relic of Extinction 2. Play. You played Relic of Extinction. Your opponent's Audio Splitter took 1 damage. Your opponent's Audio Splitter took 1 damage. Your opponent's Suspicious Alchemist took 2 damage. Your opponent. Relic Vault to a 5. Play. 1 card was added to your opponent. You played Relic Vault. Turn end. Hand. Taste of.
So basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use that vault to double cast a Relic of Phantasms and get a couple of 3/3s and 4/4s. Which should, assuming they don't murder the board.
Your opponent used Fireblast. Hero power deal 1 damage. Your hero took 1 damage. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 4 mana. You drew 1 Spectral Sight. Minion. 1 Jura. Relic Vault. Ready. Relic of Phantasms to a 5. Play card. You played Relic of Phantasms. You have 1 out of 4 mana. 2 fleeting. Taste of Chaos. Nerubian Visit. Spectral Sight. The Coint. Taste of the Coint. You played. You have 2 out of 4 mana. Spec. Play card. You played Spec. You can still use your hero power. Are you sure? You drew 1 Taste of Chaos and 1 Unleash Fell. You have 1 out of 4 mana. Unleash Fell. 1 mana. Taste of Chaos. Ready. 1 mana. Your hero attacked your opponent. Your opponent's turn. Hand. Taste of Chaos 1 of 4. Your opponent drew 1. 29 health. Your 29 health. Hand. Taste of Chaos 1 of 4.
Alright, so right now we're pretty much at a stalemate here, but I think I've established a pretty good war.
Your opponent summoned Elite Tauren Champion. 5/5 finale. Start a rock duel. Players must spend all their mana each turn or else they take 8 or more damage. 1 molten pick of rock was added to your hand. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 5 mana. You drew 1 enchanter.
I'm gonna make you pay for that.
Hand. Enchanter. Summon at the right. You summoned enchanter. Hand. Take 1 mana. Choose a 5/5. You play Taste of Chaos. Your enchanter triggered. Hand. Taste of Chaos to a ready. Choose it. You play Taste of Chaos. 1 molten. 2 mana. The
Yeah.
Right here, for your legs.
What?
Fresh box of diapers.
Alright,
My bad, I did not mean to hit your arm. You just
Unleash Fell 2 of 3. Metamorphosis 3 of 3.
apologies for that, brother.
1 Metamorphosis was added to your hand. Your minion. Relic. Fleeting. Your opponent. Minion. Enchanter 7. Your 4th. Enchant. Fleet. 19 health. Your 3rd. You can still activate locations. Are you? Turn it. 15 health. Your 29 health. Hand. Nerubian Vizier 1 of 3.
Great, so I was right. I can push, and I can actually push 17, so if they can't block me with like...
Your opponent played Cold Case. Summon 2/2/2 volatile skeletons. Gain 4 armor. 2 volatile skeleton was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent has 6 mana. Your opponent played Frozen Touch. Deal 3 damage. Infuse 3. Add a Frozen Touch to your hand. 1 molten pick of rock was added to your hand. Your enchanter took 3 damage. 1 card was added to your opponent's hand. Your hand. Astilla Bloodswarm. 2 mana. Molten pick. Metamorph. 4 mana. Unleashed. Ready. 1 mana. Play card. You played Metamorphosis. Hand. Nerubian Vizier 1 of 4. Unleash Fell. Ready. Play card. You played Unleash Fell. Your opponent's minion. Here. Choose a target. 3 armor. You use Demonic Blast. Fleeting. Your minion. Fleeting Spirit. Your 3rd fleet. Minion. Fleeting. Your minion. Your opponent. Choose 3 health. Your 1st fleeting spirit attack your opponent's hero. Your opponent's hero took 3 damage. Your opponent's hero died. You win.
That went pretty good.
Press enter to continue. You've gained 41 XP. You've earned 1 star. You are currently gold 3. You have 3 out of 3 stars. Play standard. Choose your deck 1 of 4.
Alright, let me check chat before we begin. Alright, so do we have anything?
Choose your deck. Relic DH. Finding opponent. Please wait.
So let's see what goes on here. Probably gonna fail this, but... it seems to be the truth. Alright. So let's see.
Alberia versus Jaina.
You playing against Cythero, the mage. You start with 3 cards. You go first.
What are you doing back here?
Starting hand. Keep or replace cards. Enchanter 1 of 3. Posic. Audio Engineer 2 of 3. Crimson Sigil Runner 3 of 3. Will be replaced. You drew 1 Enchanter, 1 Photographer Fizzle and 1 Illiterary Studies. Your turn. You have 1 mana. You drew 1 Seal of the Abyss. Illiterary Studies 3. Play card. You played Illiterary Studies. Choose 1. Crimson Sigil Runner 1 of 3.
Get a worse hand.
Fierce Outside. Wayward Sage. Crimson. Crimson. Summon.
They will never catch me.
You summoned Crimson Sigil Runner. You drew 1 Nerubian Vizier. Turn. You're 30 health. Opponent's hero. Dana Proudmoore.
Crap,
Your opponent played the coin. Game. Mage. You're 3 Enchanter. For top 3 mana. Your opponent summoned Spell Queller 2/3 Battle Cry. If you cast a spell while holding the Photographer Hillock of the Abyss 3 of 4. Nerubian 3 2 4 7 Photographer Enchant 3 mana. Artificer's Armor 8 mana. Neru 3 mana.
This is the line.
You use your
Break free.
Your opponent's hero took 28. Your 30 health. Hand. Enchanter 1 of 5.
This deck is pretty reliant on pushing face damage So let's see.
Your opponent played Gifts of Ashura. Draw a card. If you played a Naga while holding this, do it again. Your opponent drew 2 cards. Your opponent's spell coiler attacked your Crimson Sigil Runner. Your minion died. Your Artificers died. Relic Vault 6 of 2. You have 3 mana.
Crap.
Narub 3 mana. Summon. You summoned Nerubian Vizier. Choose 1. Relic of Dimensions 1 of 3. Deal with the Devil 2 of Sinful Brand 3 of 3.
Okay. I have to take dimensions.
1 Relic of Dimensions. Hand. Enchanter 1 of 6. Your opponent for top 3 mana.
This deck can't do anything without Relic of Dimensions, really, because it needs it for card draw. So
Your opponent summoned Darkspatar 3/2 Throttle. Add 2 Arcane Bolts to your hand.
Crap.
Your opponent's spell coiler attacked your hero. Your hero took 2 damage. Turn. Posic. Audio. You have 4. You summoned Posic. Audio Engineer. Minion. Choose it. 2 cards were added to your opponent's hand. Your 26 health. Opponent's hand 10 cards. Your 28 health. 26 health. Hand. Enchanter 1 of 6. Your opponent's.
Yes, okay, yes.
Your opponent summoned Suspicious Alchemist 1/3 Battlecry. Discover a spell. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy.
No, I gotta choose what to discover now. Crap.
1 card was added to your opponent's hand. Your opponent's Arc Splitter attacked your hero. Your hero took 3 damage. Your 3 mana. Enchanter. With life sentence 2 of 3. Rewind 1 of 3.
Ooh, I feel like
Gifts of Ashura 3 of 3.
Life could be a good pick. If not, they went with Gifts of Shara.
Your opponent's Suspicious Alchemist triggered. You drew 1 Relic of Extinction.
Oh crap. Okay.
Enchanter.
Relic
This healing. Artificers on. Relic Vault. Minions. Relic Vault. Relic of Extinction 6 of. Play card. You played Relic of Extinction. Your opponent's Audiobot took 1 damage. Your opponent's Audiobot took 1 damage. Your opponent's Arc Splitter took 2 damage. Your opponent's Suspicious Alchemist took 2 damage. Your 1 card was added to your opponent's hand. Opponent's minions. Spell Coiler 1 of 3. Audi 3 1 1 1. Spell 2 2.
So I couldn't get
Relic of Dimensions 5. You have 2 out of 5 mana. Artifice 8 mana. This healing 7. For top. Enchant 3. You use Demon Claws. Your hero gain 1. Your 2 4. Your root deposit. Your opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 cold case, but it burned. Your opponent discarded 1 cold case. 19 health.
Ooh, that would have been pretty
Hand.
good for them. Okay. Actually, kind of glad I gave them that Arcane Bolt, even though it's gonna backfire on me dearly.
That's it. I'm gonna touch him on.
I might Zilak in a few turns. Simply to wait out the dimensions.
Your opponent summoned Audiobot 3/3.
Great, so you decided for an idea not to move your head. But I'm pretty sure I could eventually re-up to him.
Your opponent's first Audiobot attacked your Posic. Your opponent used Fire Blast. Hero power deal 1 damage for 1d Throttle. Your Posic. Audio Engineer took 1 damage. Your opponent's Suspicious Alchemist attacked your hero. Your hero took 1 damage. Your opponent's 20 health.
Sorry.
19 health. Crimson Sigil Runner 6. Ready. Relic of Dimension 6. Draw 2 cards and reduce their cost by 3. Summon at the right.
You'll never catch me.
You summoned Crimson Sigil Runner. You drew 1 Deal with the Devil.
Deal with the devil.
Deal.
Okay.
Play. You play Deal with the Devil. 2 Felfiend were summoned into your battlefield. Minions. 2/4. 2/2. Spell 1/1. Audio 3/3. Match. Spell Coiler 1 of. Your Nerubian Vizier attacked your opponent. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card.
Alright, so
20 health. 19 health.
for now I have the wider board, and if they decide it's a fun idea not to deal with it, I'll get rid of my own board. Because Zilak needs the Colossals it has. I'll show you what they
Hand. Enchanter. Photographer. Zillig. 7. 3/6. Colossal +4 at the start of your turn. Increase the damage of Zillig stalks by 1. Demon. Minion. Legendary. Zillig stalk. 2 mana. 1/2. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. You're a demon. Minion. Legendary. Your first Felfiend took 6 damage. Your Felfiend died. Your Artificer's Imox triggered. Your 23 health. 1 card was added to your opponent's hand. Relic Vault. Crimson Sigil Runner 1/1. 19 hand.
I need
Your opponent's Suspicious Alchemist attacked your Crimson Sigil Runner. Both minions died. Your Artificer's Imox.
very generous.
Nerubian Vizier. Zillig of the 7 mana. Artifice 8 infused batch. Summon at the right. You summoned Zillig of the Abyss. Your Zillig of the Abyss triggered 4 Zillig Stalk was summoned into your 2/2. 19 Your Naru. You can still activate location. Turn ended. Your first Zillig Stalk triggered. Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. Your third 9 health. Your 23 health. Hand. Enchanter 1 of 5.
Ha! We've pushed quite a ton of damage. We can't fizzle anything yet, though.
Your opponent played Fireball. Deal 6 damage.
Oh, take out Zilak.
Yours Healer of the Abyss took 6 damage. Yours Healer of the Abyss died.
Great. You're still dead if you don't.
Your
heal.
opponent summoned Magister's Apprentice. 3-2 your arcane spells cost 1 less. Your opponent played Arcane Bolt. Deal 2 damage. Manifest 8. Deal 3 damage instead. Your second Sealig Stalk.
I gotta get rid of that.
Your second Sealig Stalk. 3-2. Relic of Fan. 3 mana. Min 2. Magister's. Your Nerubian Vizier attack. Minions. Relic Vault 1 of 3. Ready. This Healig Stalk 2. Relic of 3 mana. Summon 2/3/3 spirits. Improve your future. Play. You played Photographer 3 mana. Hand. Enchanter 1 of 4. Artificer's Eye. Relic of Dimensions 3 of 4. Nerubian. 1 Fizzle Snap.
It's art.
Your ready. This 1/2. Your minute. This healing 1. 7 health. Your second. You can still activate location. Minions. Relic. Minions. Turn ended. Your first Sealig Stalk triggered. Your 2 health. Your 23 health. Hand. Enchanter 1 of 4.
Alright, how are they gonna get through 23 health? Let's see. This would actually be insane if they did.
Your opponent summoned Nerubian Vizier 2/4 Battlecry. Discover a spell. If a friendly undead died after your last turn, it costs 2 less.
Oh crap. That might actually succeed.
1 card was added to your opponent's hand.
I mean, even if they solid alibi, I could just...
Your opponent used Fire Blast. Hero power deal 1 damage. Your opponent's hero took 1 damage. You win.
Okay. That's one way to do it.
Press enter to continue. You've gained 61 XP. Win streak bonus times 2. You've earned 2 stars. You are now gold 2. You have 2 out of 3.
Okay, that only
Play
took 2
standard.
games. God damn.
Main menu. Play rank 1 of 11.
We haven't even been going at this for like 10 minutes. Well, at least we don't have randomables in chat. Yeah, no, I had a priest deck, but I got rid of most of the cards for it. There's just to get rid of, or not to get rid of, but to craft, Prosecutor Maltronics. I'll show
Play
you my other decks here in casual.
Play casual. Choose your Outcast DH 2 of 3.
Running Relic DH.
Big
Now
D-
let's do
Finding a
Big DH. And we'll certainly get wrecked because this is a really clunky, slow deck for the meta. I think it's like a tier 2 or 3. I would check HSV play, but I mean, that website is so weird to navigate for me. You know what? The freaking dude thinks this is so damn good. It's really funny how Hypermonoball won't go into freaking Hearth Stone anymore, yet he's still going to Priest is the best class. All its decks are like tier 2.
Versus the Thunder King.
You playing against W193W, the Shaman. You start with 3 cards. You go first.
Crap. This deck might be too slow.
What are you?
Starting hand. Keep or replace cards. Deal with a Devil 1 of 3. Eldritch Evil Blades 2 of 3.
Way too slow.
Brutal Annihilation 3 of 3. Will be
And so is that. This is the crappiest hand I could have gotten. I need a 1-drop.
You drew 1 Eye Beam, 1 Brutal Annihilation and 1 Spectral Sight. Your turn. You have 1 mana. You drew 1 Fell Scale Evoker. You use Demon.
Break free.
Your hero attacked your opponent's. Your 29 health. Hand. Eye Beam 1 of 4. Your opponent drew 1 card.
This is not a fast hand at all. Now, if the I-Beam was, say, on
Your
the
opponent summoned Tour Guide 1/1 Battle Cree. Your next hero power costs 0.
I-Beam was in the middle. And the
1 healing
Spectral
totem was
Sight
summoned into your
was
opponent's battlefield. Your opponent played the coin. Gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. Your opponent
Then
summoned Tour Guide 1/1 Battle Cree. Your next hero power costs 0. Turn end. Your opponent's healing totem. Eye Beam 5 of 1 mana.
Alright,
Choose
let's start
2
working on
0
the
2.
board.
You played Eye Beam. Your opponent's healing totem. You used your choose 2 guide 1. Your hero attacked your opponent's first tour guide. But 29
I don't have
hand.
the board, it's my board. So, yeah.
Your opponent played Ancestral Knowledge. Draw 2 cards. Overload 1. Your opponent drew.
Okay, go ahead.
Your
and do
opponent
it.
used Totemic Call. 1 Stonic Claw totem was summoned in.
It's just a Stone Plateau.
Your
It's
opponent's
not-
tour guide attack. You drew 1 Chaos Strike.
Get rid of
Ha-
that thing.
Chaos Strike 5 of play.
3.
You played Chaos Strike.
It's not
You drew 1
hard at
Security.
all.
Your hero gained 2 attack. Secure 2 mana. You have 1 out of 3 mana.
God damn it.
Fellscape 6 spec 2 Bruce Eye Beam ready. Choose a 1/1.
Alright.
You played Eye Beam. Your opponent's tour. Your choose 0 2. Your hero. Your opponent's Sonic hand. Brutal Annihilation 1 of 4. Your opponent
Alright, and we murdered the crap out of
Spectral
you.
Sight 2 Fell 6 3 7 Battle Cree. If you've cast 3 spells while holding this, summon a different demon from your deck. Ready. Your opponent. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 4. Illiterary Studies 5 1. Security. Illiterary play. You played Illiterary Studies. Choose 1. Crimson Sigil Runner 1 of 3. Fierce Outsider 2 of 3. Spectral Sight 3 of 3.
Here's your Spectral. I
Fierce
think,
1 Crimson 1 mana. Spec 1 Spectral.
I
Spectral
think
ready.
the double card draw is pretty good.
Play.
So
You
let's-
played Spectral Sight. You drew 1 Unleash Fell and 1 Brutal in your Helen.
I was wrong.
Hand. Brutal. 2 mana. Security. You played to a literary initiate was Brutal and Unleash 1 mana. Deck 20 cards. Spec 2 mana.
Yeah, for some reason, I think this deck has better card draw than Relic Demon Hunter. But I mean...
Your opponent played Feral Spirit. Summon 2/3 Spirit Wolves with Taunt. Overload. 1. 2 Spirit Wolf were summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Turn in. Raging Fell Screamer 6. You have 5 mana. Brutal in your 9. Unleash 1 mana. Fell Scale of 6 mana. Spec 2 mana. Play card. You played Spectral Sight. You drew 1 security.
Card draw.
Hand.
Yes,
Security. Ready. You have 1 out of 5 mana. 3 illiterate. Brutal. Play. You played Unleash Fell. Your enemies took 1 damage. 1.
Vengeance!
Your first illiterate initiated. Your first illiterate initiated. Minute. Your first illiterate initiated. Your first illiterate initiated. Attack your opponent. Turn it up. 28 health. 30 health. Hand. Fell. 6 mana.
Okay, so...
Your opponent has no summon.
Attempting to deny this...
1 Searing Totem was summoned into your opponent's battlefield.
No,
Your opponent summoned Novice Sapper. 3/2 spell damage +1. Overload. 1. Your opponent summoned Novice Sapper. 3/2 spell damage +1. Overload. 1. Your turn. You have 6 mana. You drew 1 Seal of the Abyss.
A board like that.
Your-
That's illegal.
Fell Scale. You summoned Fell Scale Evoker. Your Illiterate Inquisitor moved. Choose 1/1. Novice Sapper. 3/2. Your Illiterate Inquisitor attack your opponent's set. 1. 3/2. 1/1. Your Illiterate Initiate attack your opponent's turn ended. Hand. This Hillig of the 7 mana. Your opponent.
And then we'll probably try to Zillax the Novice Sapper next
Your
turn.
opponent played Lightning Storm. Deal 4 damage to all enemy minions. Overload. 1. 3/7. 8/5. Your minions took 4 damage. 8/1. 3/3. Your opponent played Overdraft. Tradable, unlock your overloaded mana crystals to deal that much damage. Your Illiterate Inquisitor took 4 damage. Your opponent gained 2 mana. 3/3. 3/1. All minions died. Your opponent. Hand. Brutal. This Hillig of the... Your opponent used Totemic. 28 health. 30 health. 1 healing totem. 0/2. Turn ended. Your opponent's hit. You drew 1. Fell Scale Evoke. 6 mana. 3/7. This Hillig of the Abyss. Summon. You summoned. Brutal and Raging. 4. Fells. 6 mana. Yours Hillig of the Abyss. Not enough mana.
Need more mana for that.
You have 0 out of 7. Turn ended. Your first Hillig Stalk triggered. Your opponent's hero took 2 damage. Your second Hillig. 22 health. Your 30 health. Hand. Brutal.
Alright, I want to see him try to deal with that board. I don't really think they can. I think if I draw...
Your opponent summoned Asia Drake. 4/5 spell damage +1. Battle Cree. Draw a card. Your opponent gained 1 spell damage. Your opponent drew 1 card. You win.
Okay, that works too.
Press enter to continue. Play casual. Choose your deck 1 of 3.
So... Yeah, no. He does not have
Choose a
the
deck.
to back up what he says.
Outcast DH2. Finding a...
Let's check out this terrible Outcast Demon Hunter I made. It's not terrible, but it's not the best either. It can win games, but I fatigued myself once drawing too many cards with Glaive Tar.
Alberia versus Garrosh.
You playing against MC Flub, the warrior. You start with 4 cards. Your opponent goes first.
What are you doing back here?
Starting hand. Keep or replace cards. Unleash for 1 of 4. Helveria Dark Raven 2 of 4.
I think
Crimson Sigil Runner 3 of 4. Illiterary Studies 4 of 4.
so. Good keep.
You drew 1 Abyssal Bassist and 1 Audio Medic. You get the coin. Opponent's turn.
Crappy keeps.
Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Mistake. 1/3. This has all minion types. 30 health. You drew 1 Glavitor. Glavitor 6. The coin 5 of 6. Illiterary Studies. Play. You played Illiterary Studies. Choose 1. I beam 1 of 3. Tough Crowd 2 of 3. Fierce Outsider 3 of 3. 1 2/1. Rush Outcast. Fierce Outside. Summon. Minions. Fierce Outsider. 1/3. Your Fierce Outsider attack. You have 0 out of 1. 7. Abyssal. Helvy. 4. Or 2. The coin 4. Clavitor 5 of 5. 4 men. 4/2. Hand. The coin 4 of. Hand. The coin. Turn ended. 30. Garrosh. MC Flub. Your opponent. Hand. Your opponent played Roaring Applause. Draw a card. Repeat for each minion type you control. Your opponent drew 2 cards. Your opponent's Mistake attacked your hero. Your hero took 1 damage. Astilla Bloodsworn 6 of. Audio Medic 3. Summon.
Control.
You summoned Audio Med. Minions.
Zero minions.
Mistake 1 of what you still have. Your Audio Medic triggered. Your hero recovered 1 health. Abyssal. The coin. Clavitor. Astilla. Helvy. 4 mana. 4/3.
I need some more Outcast cards, especially with Glaive Tar.
Your opponent summoned Mistake. 1/3. This has all minion types.
Crap, why do you have so many mistakes, man?
Your opponent summoned Amalgam of the Deep. 2/3 Battle Creep. Choose a friendly minion. Discover a minion of the same minion type. One card was added to your opponent's hand. Turn ended. Your turn. You have 3 mana. You drew 1 Vengeful Walloper. The coin 3 of... You played... Helby. Astilla Bloodsword. Vengeful Walloper 5 of 5. As Clavitus 3... You have 0 out of 3 mana. Vengeful 6 mana. Choose a 1/3. Amalgam 2/3. Mistake 1 of 2. Your hero attacked your opponent's minions. Audio 2/2. Your opponent's hero took 2 your 30 health. 28 health. 5 Abyss. Halberiad 4 mana. 4/3. Astilla 2 mana. Your opponent summoned Stereo Totem 0/3 at the Amalgam 0/3. 2/3. Your opponent drew 3 cards. Your opponent's Amalgam of the Deep attack your audio medic. Your turn. I beam 5 of 1 mana. You have 4 mana. Halberia Dark Summon. You summoned Halberia Dark Rave. Minions. Halberia 4/3. Choose a 0/3. Your Halberia Dark Raven attack. You can still attack. Are you sure? Your Halberia Dark Raven weapon 4. Death Draw 1 card. Play. Turn ended. Hand. I beam 4. Vengeful 6 mana. Astilla 2 mana. Abyssal 4/7.
5 mana 4/7 with taunt and life steal is really good, so let's summon that next turn. This is actually a mini set card.
Your opponent summoned Click Blocker 1/1 Divine Shield Battle Creep. Give a random match in your hand +1/+1. Your opponent summoned Resolve and Rockstar 1/3 after you gain armor. Gain 2 more. Your opponent summoned Power Slider 4/5 Rush Battle Creep. Gain +1/+1 for each minion type you've played this game. 6. Your opponent's Power Slider gains 6 attack and 6 health. Your opponent 4 attack and 28 health. Photographer Fizzle 5 of 5. 3 mana. You have 5 mana. 5. Summon. You summoned Abyssal Bassist. Shoot. Power Slider 4. Raz Orphan Rock. Your hero attacked you. Your hero took 1 damage. Your opponent's Resolve and Rockstar took your 27 health. Your Mark of Scorn 5. 2 mana. Photographer Fizzle 4 of 5. Mark of Power Sliders 10/6. Click 1/1 Divine Amalgam 2/1. 4/7 lives. 28 health. Your 27 health. 2. Astilla Bloodsworn.
In theory, there is no way I'm winning this.
Your opponent summoned Rockmaster Boom 4/3 Battle Creep. Copy a minion of each minion type in your hand. 3 cards were added to your opponent's hand. Your opponent summoned Click Blocker 2/2 Divine Shield Battle Creep. Give a random match in your hand +1/+1. Your opponent summoned Amalgam of the Deep 2/3 Battle Creep. Choose a friendly minion. Discover a minion of the same minion type.
You could literally just select a freaking amount.
1 card was added to your opponent's hand. Your opponent's Power Slider attacked your Abyssal Bassist. Your Abyssal Bassist triggered. Your hero recovered 3 health. Opponent, your 27. Hawkstrader Ranch is 6/3. You have 6 mana. Hand. Astilla Bloodsworn. Summon. Choose a Power Slider 10/2. You summoned Astilla Bloodsworn.
I'm not taking
1 Astilla, the Protector, was added to your hand. Your opponent hand. Vengeful Walloper 1 of 6. 6 mana. I beam 2 mana. Photographer 3 mana. Mark of 2 mana. You played Mark of Scorn. You drew 1 Crimson Sigil Runner. I beat 2 mana.
Goddamn minion.
Choose a 2/1. Click 1/1 Rockmaster 4/3. Click Lock Rock. You played I beam. Your opponent's Rockmaster Boon took 3 damage. Your hero turn ended. Opponent's turn 28 health. 30 health. 2/2. Astilla Bloodsworn. Your opponent summoned Dracari Embalmer 3/4 Battle Creep. Give a friendly undead reborn. Your opponent's first Amalgam of the Deep gained reborn. Your opponent's first Amalgam of the Deep attacked your Astilla Bloodsworn. Both minions died. 1 Amalgam of the Deep was summoned. Your 26 health. Backstage bounce 4/5 taunt. Your opponent's Click Blocker transformed into 1 Mark of Scorn 6 of 2. Crimson 1 Mark. You played Mark of Scorn. You drew 1 Spectral Sight. Your opponent's Spectral play. You played Spectral Sight. You drew 1 Unleash Fell and 1 Security. Security ready. 2 mana. Play. You played Security. 3 Illiterate Initiate was summoned into hand. Unleash fell 6 of 6. You have 1 out of 7 mana. 1. Shoot. Backstage 4/5 to track 3/4. Amalgam 2/3. Click Locker to a 5. Backstage 4/5. Your first Illiterate Initiate. Shoot. Opponent. Your first Illiterate Initiate. Your Illiterate Initiate attack. Unleash fell 6 of 6. Play. You played Unleash fell. Your opponent's 2 Backstage Bouncer. Your opponent's hero. Turn ended. Opponent's turn 4/1. Click 2/2. Amalgam 2/2. Tracker 3/3. Backstage Bouncer 5 of 4/4 taunt.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna survive
30
this.
health. You're
I'm just gonna...
You lose.
Win. It's over now.
I could not in theory actually survive.
Press enter. Play casual. Choose your deck 1 of 3.
Alright, now let's go back to...
Main menu. Play standard. Choose your deck. Outcast. Relic. Finding opponent. Please wait.
We shall do... AC...
Alberia versus Say!
Oh crap! It's
You playing against Chef Death, the Death Knight. You start with 3 cards. You go first.
What are you doing back here?
I wonder if it's a bot.
Starting hand. Keep or replace cards. Relic of Extinction 1 of 3.
Ooh, I have to keep.
Enchanter 2 of 3. Basilic of the Abyss 3 of 3.
Alright, the best mulligan here would be a decent 1-cost card
Waiting for opponent.
and Relic Bolt. Now, am I gonna get faded? Probably not, because the game hates me. For all I know, it could give me a bunch of clunky legendaries. Though I think Prosecutor Maltronics would be pretty good here. Especially if I can...
You drew 1 Relic Vault and 1 Photographer Fizzle. Your turn. You have 1 mana. You drew 1 Blood Mage Thalnos. You used
Break free!
your hero attack your opponent's opponent. 29 health. Hand. Relic 1 mana. Relic 2 mana.
Ha, that was a better hand than I was asking for. I would have liked Relic of Phantasms better than Photographer Fizzle, but I mean, it works.
It's actually very.
Your opponent summoned Body Bagger. 1/3 Battle Creep. Gain a corpse.
Such typical Death Knight.
Turn ended. Your turn. You have 2 mana. You drew 1 Deal with the Devil.
Could be Blood,
You played Relic opponents.
for which Blood DK isn't
Your
really
opponent
that
drew 1 card.
hard for me to deal with.
Oh, the person to my left put the same thing as me. Fall, winter, spring.
I hope it's not Frost though, because I hear that's not a good matchup for Relic DH. So, let's see.
Your opponent summoned Battlefield Necromancer. 2 at the end of your turn. Razor Corpse is a 1/3 Risen Footman with Taunt. Your opponent's Body Bagger attacked your hero. Your hero took 1 damage. Turn ended. Illiterary Studies. 1 man. Deal with the Devil. 5 man. You have 3 mana. Illiterary. Play. You played Illiterary Studies. Choose 1. Security 1 of 3. What? Play card. You played Security. 3 Illiterary Initiate. Illiterary. Resin Footman 3 of. Your first Illiterary Initiate. Resin. Your first Illiterary Initiate. Choose. Resin Foot. Your Illiterary Initiate attack your opponent. Hand. Relic. Play card. Your opponent's Battlefield Necromancer took 1 damage. Your opponent's Battlefield Necromancer took 1 damage. Your opponent's Body Bagger took 2 damage. Your opponent's Body Bagger took 2 damage. 29. Your 29. Your opponent has 3 mana. 2 corpses. Hand. Photographer Fizzle 1 of 3.
They have way too many corpses they could Battlefield Necromancer Megan, and I would never way of dealing with it.
Blood Mage Thalnos 2 of 3. Deal with a Devil 3 of 3. 5 mana. Summon 2/3/3 Felfiends. Your opponent summoned Arms Dealer 1/2 after you summon an undead. Give it +1 attack.
Arguably, that's
Your
worse.
opponent summoned Battlefield Necromancer 2 at the end of your turn. Razor Corpse is a 1/3.
Crap. And I think, like I said, I don't have a way of dealing with this board. Because now I gotta get through a bunch of 2/3s.
Turn ended. Your opponent's Battlefield Necromancer triggered. 1 Risen Footman was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent's Arms Deal. Basilic of the Abyss. Set. You have 4 mana. Deal with 5 mana. Blood Mage 2. For top. Blood Mage. You summoned Blood Mage Thalnos. You 1 Resin Foot 2/3. Your hero took 2 damage. Your opponent's Risen Footman. Your deal with Basilic. For top 3 mana.
And I knew this game hated me, but I mean, the weight trees moves on Holy Death Knight is just insane.
Your opponent summoned School Teacher 4/4 Battle Creep. Add a 1/1 nag alien to your hand. Discover a spell that costs 3 or less to teach it.
I get all the good players and I get all the bad ones in the early game. And I'm
1 card was
forced
added to your opponent's hand.
struggle here, hoping to get half decent hand.
Your opponent's Risen Footman attacked your Blood Mage Thalnos. Your minion died. You lost 1 spell damage. Your Blood Mage Thalnos triggered. You drew 1 Relic of Extinction. Your opponent's Battlefield.
Ooh,
1 durability.
double cast it actually.
Opponent 29. Your 24 health. Turn in. Your opponent has 4 mana. No corpses. 1 Risen Footman was hand. Relic of Dimension. 6 mana. Relic. Basilic of the 7 mana. Ready. Relic. Play. You played Relic of Extinction. Your opponent's first Risen Footman took 3 damage. Your opponent's School Teacher took 3 damage. Your opponent's School Teacher took 4 damage. Your opponent's Arms Dealer took 4 damage. Your opponent's 2/2. Reset 2/1 Taunt.
Really, of all the things it doesn't get through, it's
Hand.
freaking-
Photographer. Deal. Relic of 6. Draw 2 cards and reduce their cost by 5. You used your opponent 2/1 Taunt. Your hero. You still have. Your hero took 2 damage. Your 22. 2/2. Your opponent has 5 mana. 2 corpses. 29 health. Your 22 health. Hand.
I would have appreciated the damn thing hitting the Battlefield Necromancer with one of the 3 damage. I wouldn't have minded getting through the freaking Risen Footman. I could have done it. But no, it hates me enough that it doesn't.
Your opponent summoned
matter.
Hawkstrider Rancher 2/5 whenever you play a minion. Give it +1/+1 and deep rattle. Summon a 1/1 Hawkstrider. Your opponent summoned Arms. Your opponent summoned Molecular 3/4 lifesteal. Infuse.
Oh my god, I cannot.
Your opponent's Hawkstrider Rancher triggered. Your opponent's Molecular gained 1 attack and 1 health.
No.
Your opponent's Molecular
No,
gained
this
deep. Your turn. You have 6. Your 20 health. Relic of Phantasms 3. Relic of Dimensions. You played Relic of Dimensions.
Insane.
You drew 1 Relic Vault and 1 Taste of Chaos. Taste of ready. Relic 0 mana. Taste of ready. Choose a 5/5 Hawkstrider 2/5. Battlefield Necromancer 2/2. You play Taste of Chaos. Your opponent 3 I-Beam. Multi-strike 2 of 3. Immolation Aura 3 of 3. 1 Immolation Aura is added to your hand. Your opponent minions. Relic Vault 1 of 1. Ready. 5/5 life. Molecular. Hawkstrider 2/5. Resin 2/3. Arms 2/3.
I cannot get through a board like this. I mean,
Your 20 health.
it's gonna be 11 damage, probably 12 with clear charge. I'm pretty sure they have another way to
29 health.
do it, so let's just concede.
Windows help and support.
My bad.
Hearth Stone.
Alone with
Get-
my thoughts.
You lose.
You win. It's over now.
That crap is insane.
Press enter. You've lost 1 star. You
The game doesn't
play
give
stand.
the good
Finding
plays
opponent.
either.
Please wait.
When I don't need them, it gives me the best plays. Now when they do matter, the thing with this game right now is that when I play Relic Gauge, it gives me the best plays when I don't need them. And then when I do, where are they? They don't exist.
Alberia versus the Lich King.
Again, this better be Blood DK. I am really good against Blood DK. Oh, crap. Is my game lagging?
Obs29. Battle.net. How to get help in Windows search personal Microsoft. Obs29. Hearthstone column 1. Hearthstone.
Alright.
Game menu. Concede 1 of 3. Quit 3 of. Obs29. Battle.net. Battle.net. Application. Playing Hearthstone. Region. Americas button unavailable. Launch Hearthstone. Region. Americas. Tab. Launch Hearthstone. Unavailable. Launching Hearthstone. Region. Americas.
Alright, yeah, that's pretty
Hearthstone.
weird. I think the game just like lagged.
Loading game.
Alright, so let's load in for the mulligan. Probably not a good hand though.
Alert pop-up. Reconnecting. You were disconnected from your last game. Reconnecting.
Alberia versus the Lich King.
You playing against Chris, the Death Knight. You start with 4 cards. Your opponent goes first.
Okay, so this
What
better
are
have
you
the
Waiting for opponent.
first, second with a decent.
You get the coin.
No, I
Opponent's hand. Crimson Sigil Runner 1. Your opponent drew 3 Nerubian Vis. Illiterary Studies 3 of 5. Blood Mage Thalnos 4 of 5. The coin. 30 health. Your 30 health. 30. Death Metal King. Chris. Death Knight. Hand.
Okay, that's actually okay. Fine, I'll accept the hand.
Turn ended. Your turn. You have 1 mana. You drew 1 relic alt. Hand. Crimson. Summon.
They will never catch me.
You summoned Crimson Sigil Runner. You drew 1 spectral sight. Turn ended. Hand.
I
Your
hate
opponent
when
drew one
I
card.
cast cards during the turn and then at the start of the turn, and they're unplayable
Illiterary.
until they get to the right of the hand.
Blood Mage Thalnos. The coin 4.
Now, with this hand, it actually should
Relic
be
Vault
that
5 of 6.
card. I'll put
Your
it up
opponent used Ghoul Charge.
for-
Hero Power Summon. 1 Frail Ghoul was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul attack your Crimson Sigil Runner. Unleash fell 7 of 7. Hand. Blood Mage. The coin. Blood Mage. Summon. You summon. Turn ended. Opponent's turn. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your opponent summoned Foul Egg. 0-2 Deep Rattle. Summon a 3-3 Undead Chicken. Your opponent used Ghoul Charge. Hero Power Summon a 1-1 Ghoul with Charge. It dies at the end of turn. 1 Frail Ghoul was summoned into your opponent's battlefield. Your opponent's Frail Ghoul attack your Blood Mage. Relic of Dimensions 8 of 8. Relic of Phantasms 7. 3 men. Summon 2-1-1 spin. Hand. Narub. Summon.
The more you struggle.
You summoned Nerubian Vizier. Choose 1. Relic of Phantasms 1 of 3. Metamorphosis 2 of 3.
Phantasms,
Immolation Aura 3 of 3.
Immolation Aura.
Relic of Phantasms.
I like this better.
Hand. The coin 2 of 8. 1. You have 0 out of 3. Play card. You hand. Illiterary Studies 1 of Relic of 1 mana. Play. You played Relic of. Turn ended. Opponent's 0-2 Deep Rattle. Your opponent has 4 mana. 2 corpses.
They're probably. I would not expect anything
Hand.
short of a construct quarter on this thing. No, this could be Death Rattle.
Your opponent played Remorseless Winter. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. Draw a card. Your opponent drew 1 card. Your friend. You drew 1 enchanter. Hand. Illiterary studies 1 of 7. You have 4 mana. Play card. You played illiterary studies. Choose 1. I beam 1 of spectral sight 2. Fierce outsider 3 of 3. 1, 2, 1. Hand. Fierce out. Summon at the right. 0 mana. Your fierce outsider attack. Hand. Relic vault 1 of 6. 1 foul. Spec 1 mana. You have 3 out of 4 mana. Hand. Spectral sight 1 of 5. Play card. You played spectral sight. You drew 1 Posic. Audio engineer and 1 Astala Bloodsworn. You have 0 out of 4 min. 2, 2. Your turn end. Unleash Fell. Your opponent 3 men. Relic of Phantasms. Relic of Dimensions. 3. Summon 2, 2, 2 spirits. Improve. Enchanter 4 of 6. Light Fang 2 of 2. 3, 4. Your Nerubian Vizier and your Fierce Outsider game. Relic ready. Fierce Outsider 3 of 3. 2, 1 deep ritual. 3, 3. Your opponent's foul attack. Your Nerubian Vizier. Foul. Your Nerubian Vizier die. Relic of Extinction set. 1 mana. Astala Bloodsworn 6 of 7. Summon at the right. 3, 1. Light Fang 3, 4. Foul. You summoned Astala Bloodsworn. 1 Astala. Your opponent's foul ready. Relic. Astala. Relic of Extinction. Play card. You played Relic of Extinction. Your opponent's body bagger took 2 damage. Your opponent's menacing zombie took 2 damage. Your opponent's body bagger took 3 damage. Your opponent's blight fan took 3 damage. 3, 1. Fierce outsider 2 of 3. 2, 1 deep ritual. Shoot. 28 health. Your opponent's hero 1 durability. Astala. The Protector. Posic. Audi. Enchanter 4. Relic of Dimension. 6. Draw 2 cards and reduce their cost by 4. Your Astala Bloodsworn took 3 damage. 1 rampaging zombie was ramp 2, 2. 1 frail 1, 1. Relic 2, 1 D. Your opponent 1 durability. Your fierce outsider and your opponent's frail good. Relic vault 1 of 1. Amalgam of the menacing zombie 3 of rampaging light fang 3, 1. Your 28 health 26 health. Hand unleash for 1 of 6. Your opponent's blight fang attack turn ended. Your turn. You have Nerubian Vizier. Astala. Posic. Enchanter 4 of summon at the right. Hand unleash for 1 of 6. Use play card. You played Unleash Fell. Your opponent's hero took 1, 2, 1. Amalgam of the Deep. Nerubian Vizier. 3. You have 2 out of 6. Astala. 5 mana. Posic. 4. Relic of Relic. 3 mana. Summon 2, 4, 4 spirit. Hero power. Demon. You use your 1 attack and 30 health. 25. Your opponent's Relic. 3, 3. Your opponent 1, 2. Relic alt. Deck 16 cards. Opponent's deck 19 cards.
As you can see on your line.
Your opponent summoned Thessarian 3, 3 Reborn. Battle Kree and Deep Ritual. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Your enchanter took 2 damage. Your opponent summoned Hardcore Cultist 2, 1 Battle Kree. Deal 2 damage. Your 28 health. Your opponent's Amalgam of the Deep attack. Your turn. You have 7. Taste of Chaos 6 of 6. Minions. Ready. Hand. Relic of Phantasms 1 of 6. Relic of Dimensions 2 of play. You played Relic of Dimensions. You drew 1 Deal with the Devil and 1 Taste of Chaos.
1 mana, 0 mana.
You drew 1 Enchanter and 1 Relic Vault.
0 mana, 0 mana.
Relic Vault 9 of 9. 0. Enchanter at 0 mana. 3, 3. Summon at the right. Taste of 0. You summon 1 mana. Deal with Taste of Chaos 5. Taste 0. Choose 2, 1. Thessarian 3 of 3. Amalgam of 2, 1. Hardcore Cultist 1 of 3. 2, 1. You played Taste of Chaos. Your enchanter triggered. Your opponent's Hardcore Cultist took 4 damage. You have 1 out of 7 mana. Hand. Relic. Posic. Audio. Deal with it. Taste of Chaos. D1. Summon. Play. You play Deal with it. You can still act. 2 Felfiend was summoned into your battlefield. Turn ended. Hand. Relic. Posic. Astala. The Nerubian. Taste. 1. Deal 2 damage to a minion. Finale. Discover a Fel spell. Your opponent summoned Possessify. Felfiend 4. 3, 3 life. 3, 3 lives. 3, 3. 2, 1. Amalgam of the Deep. Your opponent's Thessarian attack. Your first Felfiend. Your first Felfiend triggered. Your hero recover 3. Your 27 health. 3, 3. 3, 3 lives. 3, 1 Death Ritual. Your opponent's Amalgam of the Deep attack your Felfiend. Your Felfiend triggered. Your hero recover 3 health. Your opponent's your 30 health. Your opponent summons Snapdragon. 3, 3 Battle Kree. Give all Battle Kree minions in your deck plus Thessarian 1 of Possessify 3, 1 Possessed Battle Kree. Summon 2, 1, 1. Relic 3, 2. Your opponent's second possessed fight. Your 3, 0. Your enchanter and your opponent's possessed fighter die. Taste of Chaos 5 of 5. Turn it. Vizilig of the Abyss 6 of 6. 7, 3. You have 8 mana. Ready. 3. Summon 2, 6, 6 spirits. You play 2 Fleeting Spirit was summoned into your battlefield. 24 health. Your 30 health. 4 Posic. Audio. Astala. Ready. Nerubian Vizier 3 of 5. 3 mana. 2, 4. Battle Kree. Discover a spell. If a friendly. Taste of 1 mana. Vizilig of the Abyss 5 of 5. Hand. Posic. You have 5 out. Summon at the right. Nerubian Vizier. Taste of Chaos. Ready. Choose it. Possessify 3, 3. Thessarian 3, 1 D. You play Taste of Chaos. Your opponent 2. Multi-strike. Unleash Fell 2 of 3. I beam 3 of 3. 1 Unleash Fell was added to your hand. Your opponent 6, 6. Your 6, 6. 7, 7. 7, 7. 4, 2 D. Your 30 health. 3, 3. Snapdragon. Opponent's hand 6 cards. Your opponent summons Smothering Starfish. 3, 5 Battle Kree. Silence all up. 6, 6 silence. Your opponent summoned Audiobot. 3, 3. Your opponent has 9 mana, 19 corpses. Your opponent used Ghoul Charge. Hero Power Summon a 1/1 Ghoul with Charge. It dies at the end of turn. One frail Ghoul was summoned into your opponent's battlefield.
Here, because in
Your
theory,
opponent's Snapdragon attacked your Posic. Audio Engineer. Both
26
minions died.
damage.
Your opponent's frail Ghoul attacked your second Fleeting Spirit. Your opponent's minion died.
they're planning on
Your
killing
opponent.
it.
Your opponent. 7/7 silence. Turn it. You drew 1 Artificer's Zymox. 24. Hand. 8 mana. Unleash Filth. Ready. 3/5. Audio bot 2 of 2. Smothering Star. Audio. 3/3. Min. Fleeting Spirit to a 5. 6/2. Fleet 7. Fleet 7. 24 hell. Your fleeting. Your third. Your fleet. Your second Fleeting Spirit attacked your opponent's hero. Your opponent's hero took 6 damage. Your opponent's hero died. You win. Press enter to continue. You've gained 71 XP. You've earned 1 star. You are currently gold 2. You have 2 out of 3 stars. Play standard. Choose your deck 1 of 4.
Yeah, so that was actually kind of insane. And Holy DK is actually kind of a bit of a struggle for me, but I mean, hey, I managed to deal with the board pretty well. That's the thing I like about Relic of Extinctions, is that it helps you maintain your board. Unlike other areas where
No, you could go literally insane. But
I'm surprised my opponent literally didn't try doing anything like they were playing. I think by the looks of it, they were playing that Death Rattle Death Knight that's going around.
Read current rank to a 4. Main menu. Play rank.
So it doesn't look like we have anyone else around here.
Game menu. Quit 2 of 2.
And anyway,
Application,
this
play.
is pretty much going to be
Odds 29. Start recording checkbox not checked. Stop streaming checkbox checked. Rate 4 rate 50. Stop streaming checkbox checked.
Alright, so anyway, this will conclude the stream. I think what'll be next is sometime this week I'm gonna upload the next part of the Manimal 1 redo. If anything, I'm probably gonna do it once, 1 or 2 videos a week, because I really don't want to deal with the playthrough right now. For sure, one thing I will be doing is if I can somehow find a way to get a hold of BK3. Someone asked me to show how to use Cheat Engine with it. This happened on the side, wasn't in the comments or anything. But anyway, so I might try to, well, I'll figure out how to use Cheat Engine with BK3, like I said, if I can get a copy. And then I'll show you all. But anyway, this is Minimal Tamer saying catch you all later.
Stop stream dialog. You will not be able to reconnect. Your stream will stop and you will no longer be live.